My name is Joshua Page. I'm an artist from Brooklyn, and that's pretty much what I do. I'm studying art at Fashion Institute of Technology. My major right now is illustration, and right now they're teaching us all of the digital programs. So what I'm doing, I'm mixing the fine arts into the digital programs that I'm actually learning.
My name is Sebastian Pires. I'm a photographer, videographer, filmmaker, mixed media artist in general.
The first time I showed something in New York City was in the Lower East Side, on East Houston Street. It was a friend of mine contacted me. She was working at this little salon, and her boss allowed her to use the space for one night for a couple artists to display their work. And that was like my first time. This was like 2010.
I first moved to New York City in the mid-'80s from London, and at that time my focus, although I was working in film as well, but my main focus was still photography. And I showed in 1986 in a gallery in Soho. I'd say that it's a lot harder for a young artist arriving in New York City to be able to just focus on the work, because inevitably he has to, or she has to focus on the cost of living. You know, the expenses are so high. They're probably, 50 times, I'd say, what they might have been 30 years ago.
I do think there is a big difference between established artists and up-and-coming artists and underground artists. There's a big difference. I feel like gallery artists have a whole lot more time and funding to experiment more, and also studio space, whereas some underground artists might not have the proper space or the proper funding to produce the work that they might want.
If you go and see display windows at Barney's and other places, a lot of those people are actually artists who are doing those jobs to, pay their bills. And a lot of times I have to say that you see windows, display windows that show work that is a lot better than what I see in certain art galleries, where because it's an art gallery and you hang something, it's assumed that it's art.